Yo, what's going on with it? Y'all already know what the deal is. How y'all doing, family? You know what I mean? As you know, it's Guess You the Rapper, aka the Grand Ambassador Flesh Dynasty. Here to lace your brain with some incredible and glorious game once again, man. You know, as your host in the capacity of the reluctant YouTuber. Before we get started, if you like yourself today, hit that like button. If you like somebody else, hit that share button. If you love yourself, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell for that notification button so you could be, get that certification, be authentically certified with the channel every time a video drop. Now, look, I was just peeping this out today with Cam and Mase, and they brought up the topic of chosen ones. Now I see a lot of people online talking about chosen ones and things like that. Like one of the ones I watched and came across was a brother named Newbreed, and I think there's another dude named Iron Will, but it's about chosen ones and things like that, and how you could tell that your steps are ordered. Your steps are ordered by the Most High and His protection. You know what I'm saying? You could be protected. Just much like with Mace. You know what I'm saying? Going through Bad Boy and all of that stuff. But what I really want to talk about is not just the fact that you're being chosen. And I said this in my last video that yeah, Diddy is guilty, but he's not guilty of what they're saying he's guilty of. You know what I'm saying? He's just got a lot of karmic baggage coming back to him due to how he treated his artists. You know what I mean? And like I said in my last video, um, there's a lot of and people that he burned, and in the contrary, doing operating the business model of regular business or the 360 deal or whatever, and burning his artists and all of that, man. You know, and I said this before. I was like, he on his way to prison, and it ain't really for what the state is or the feds is accusing him of. It's because how he treated his artists. Yeah, and it's because of how he treated his artists. It's the reason why he's going through what he's going through right now. But like in Mace's case, man, he escaped the Biggie situation, Shine, Black Rob, all of that. So I just thought this was a cool, little clip that I saw. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And without holding y'all up or any further ado, I'm gonna let this play and I'm gonna react to this. This my nigga. Yeah, he 2, 3 years later, he was a good guy. Not even because he was that good of a bad guy. It's always room. Oh, they killed me with the ass.
Good thing you said bad guy, not bad boy.
See, right there, this when Mace is bugged out. Talk about good thing you said bad boy because they were talking about The Rock being, The Rock, the wrestler being a bad boy, a bad guy at first. You know what I'm saying? And then he was so good at being a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? They actually made him a good guy. And then Mace come in talking about, well, at least he said bad guy and not bad boy. We already know what he referring to. Come on. Signing up, bro. Chosen one, man. Someone saying you the chosen one, man. Lone went to jail, strap on nigga Lone, Biggie Day, Craig Mack Day, G Duck went to jail. Damn, Marty, you got the instincts.
Bruce Leroy.
This is why I did this too, because all y'all know that my channel is, this channel here. Because shout out to my boy Henry. You know what I'm saying? Who hit me up last night? He was like, yo, maybe you should do, different, set up different channels for different topics. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do that. But on this channel, it's themed after Bruce Leroy and the glow. You did, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was kind of funny. Let's go. But real quick, he was like, "You the chosen one." You see what I'm saying? Like you escaped the Biggie and all that stuff I said in my last video. You know, I just thought it was cool. But go ahead.
Yeah, the lineup of jail and death over there. You got out of there, man. You got out of there just in time, man.
The lineup of death and jail over there. We all remember the bad boy curse. Like what was that? Like that was Mark Curry really telling the truth? Is dancing with Diddy, dancing with the devil? Like, and I know he in in court and going to trial, of things that they're accusing him of, like the RICO and stuff like that, which I don't feel he's guilty of. He just had a very salacious and illicit and explicit lifestyle, and they call them freak off parties and all of that. And all parties involved was down with the party. So now it's, a party crash, and they done crashed the party because he done fell out with them with the liquor company. You know what I'm saying? But it is funny how Mase escaped all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because it was death and jail happening with the bad boy curse. Come on.
That shit crazy over there. What told me that?
I don't mean to keep stopping it, but in my last video, I was telling y'all how much I love Total, man. I love Total. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's something about Total. I love them and their songs, man. The Lounging, Who Do You Love? The one with Can't You See with Biggie. Um, what's one of my I Can't Rock With You with Foxy Brown. One of my favorites, Discipline with Gangstar. Dun, 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 dun. That's the one I that's one of my favorite Total songs, you know what I'm saying, with Gangstar and the Guru. So, what happened to Total, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a total mess over there, bad boy. Come on.
Asking for a friend.
I just spoke to them the other day.
Oh, 112 good?
Yeah.
Y'all got out of there. That was good, man.
Yeah.
Glad y'all made it out. What about Dirty Money? Who was in Dirty Money? A word?
Yeah.
I just remember the name. I don't even know who was really in Dirty Money. Those two girls.
Real quick to Cam's point, because I only get time sometimes to ask you questions. When you hear the term chosen one, how do you feel about that?
Now, this that was a great question, Stat. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Stat for that question, man. Chosen one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some of us are like, this a whole chosen one movement online. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's talking about the chosen ones, like the ones that God picked out or hollowed out, called out, or sanctified or set apart, you know what I'm saying, to do certain things or protect them, you know what I'm saying? And, I'm not disappointed with Mace's answer, but him being a former pastor, I think he should have included God more in his answer. I know it was due to intuition on his part or whatever, but I think it was a more of intervention more than intuition, and that intervention was divine because he managed to escape death and prison time over there, and evaded the whole bad boy curse. Him and maybe a few others, but him mainly, you know what I'm saying? Because he was after Big, he was supposed to be the number one after Big, but let's go.
He's just playing, but
No, I'm not really.
It's not
I'm
really,
not
no,
really playing.
yeah.
It's other shit besides Bad Boy that we can't really talk about, but I'm just saying, you know how to navigate yourself to be like, nah, it's time to slide. I know that's a blessing though.
Yes.
Like I'm not, like that's what I'm saying. Everybody think I'm joking. I really am serious about that. That you are really looked after over God, I believe, because you get out of a lot of situations right when you don't need to be in situations.
See what I mean? Even it's so evident that Cam, and they wasn't even friends at that time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Cam even noticed it. You know what I mean? How God is working in Mace's life. You know what I'm saying? Protecting him because he can very well end up dead or in jail. The stuff that you end up in when you're involved in the streets or illegal activity or something like that, dead or in jail. You know what I'm saying? And Cam acknowledged it, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, some God is it's a blessing. God is over your life, man, and that's for a lot of y'all, man. God is over your life too. You know what I'm saying? Because you're the chosen one. You're part of the chosen one or part of the remnant. You know what I'm saying? That's you know active. That God is active in protecting in your life and intervening in your life. Unforeseen harm and danger He's protecting you from. All right, come on.
Yeah, it's just like intuition. I think like growing up like the way I did, even like before I got to New York, so many things happened. I feel like that was a gift given to me just to protect myself.
Listen, let me tell you one thing. I don't. And listen, like May's got security now. You running around security, but we was talking. I was asking him one time. I said, "Yo, we was talking about after Biggie got killed and how one day CRM has the
They be wilding with these ads.
So for me, email composition works
like nobody from Bad Boy bust their gun when Biggie got shot, and the gang. I'm not gonna talk too much, but he was telling me how the gangs was in the hotel and so on and so forth, and he maneuvered his way to get out of that situation because everybody that he came with there to LA had left out. He was the only one there. So you got Biggie passed away, security not busting their hammer, Puff get on a private jet, everybody gone, and Mace figured his way to get out of here. I said, so we told him, I said, Cam, that's why you just see me run around with nobody sometimes. Ain't nobody do shit.
Look, I know what you're talking about. That's y'all remember that when right after Big got killed, Mace was in the telly with Brandy and the Crips and all of them. Oh no, I think it was the Bloods that surrounded the hotel as if they were targeting Mace, and he was trapped in the hotel. He couldn't leave. And this is what I mean, that karmic baggage is coming back. You know what I'm saying? You know, Puff is experiencing troubles in places that are unawares. You know what I'm saying? But he got on the flight and left Mace there. You know what I'm saying? He left him there. So the people that Mace came there with, he didn't leave with, and kind of left him in all of that danger. You know what I'm saying? And shots fired. You know what I'm saying? And people get killed. They just unalive Biggie. You know what I'm saying? So, and didn't it seem like they was coming at Mace? But who in the world you think led Mace up out of there? The Most High did that. You know what I mean? Protecting him. You know what I'm saying? So, let me let him finish.
I'm better off by myself. It's funny, but not funny.
Yeah, when they go, you by yourself, everybody trying to make it home.
Yeah.
Especially niggas crying behind cars. I just want to go home. I want to be home.
Right. But that's part of me saying that you're the chosen one. That's what I meant by that.
Yeah, what do you do if you're security crying behind the car?
He said, the dude said, the security. Now, can you imagine this? This is just security. This is how you know it's divine intervention, because the security was shook. Them shots was fired, and it was like, look, I just want to go home. And he even said that I just want my blanket. Who says that? That's crazy, bro. This is mad funny. Check it out. Hold on, I'll just let him finish. Who?
I didn't say too much. You just can't tell me
Mhm.
Niggas be talking tough. I said, man, just say it. I didn't see no. He want to just go home.
Oh
He
shit!
has his blanket. You be like, what?
What are you there for security?
Yeah.
I just want my blanket.
This glass on the floor. Niggas is behind the stars.
Oh shit!
I'm never gonna be in this position.
Oh, what?
I just want to go home and
I just want to be under my blanket.
crazy.
Niggas be like, wow.
Oh shit!
Oh, we gotta get out of here. God, you get me out of here. I'm never fools with these.
You could tell it was a serious situation because they Big just got unalive and dude was supposed to, and it ain't funny though, but cause of Big, R.I.P. to Big, but man, he was like, the security was like, yo, this is real. God, if you get me out of this, I'll never fool with these people again. Just let me go home back to my blanket. Let me get. What was it? I've never heard nobody say that, man. That's crazy. Come on.
Oh, man.
What was your reaction?
This is funny. I can't lie.
I'm trying to picture your face.
Yo, yo, I ain't gonna lie. When I saw this, I was crying laughing, man. Cause this is why he rose solo. Cause why not? If your security gonna leave you alone and be crying behind the car talking about God, if you get me out of this, I'll never rock with these people no more. And, just get me home so I can. I just want to be back home in my bed under my blanket. Yo, it's crazy, but I really showed this to say that yeah, gotta be protected, protecting you from gunshots, all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Stuff that people be shook, man. And these was supposed to be people that secure his, his security, paid for him. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy, man. So let me let them finish up, and I'm gonna wrap it up.
Shit.
Nah, man.
Sorry about that. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I know you said he was joking, but that's why I asked, because it don't really be jokes. Like,
My security holding me down in Cali. It's somebody, the number one rapper in the world, get curious about it. Not the limelight big at that all, but nigga telling you, I just need to want to go home. And the second top artist in the world, which is Mase, about to be number one. That's what I'm saying. I wonder his face because I'm like, if y'all let niggas do that to Big, I'll stand his ass.
Oh, man.
Oh man, sorry.
Yeah, that was it, man. I just wanted to react to that, man, because I just thought that was interesting. But Stat asked the question, but it was serious. To be honest, it turned out to be funny and stuff like that because you can't put your trust in man. Curse be the man that put the trust in man. You know what I'm saying? Trust in God, man. He'll protect you. All the chosen ones. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? let's unite. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Cam just realized that you know Mase was protected, man. Maybe the chosen one to escape the curse of bad boy or the bad boy curse, man. So, hey, y'all just remember that, man. It's hear me one time, you know what I'm saying? Lacing that, incredible game. Lacing your brain with that glorious game once again, man. And yo, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for the notification, man. You already know who it is. Guess who the rapper, aka the Grand Ambassador, Flesh Down and See Lacing. Here to lace your brain with some incredible, glorious game once again, man. Y'all have a blast, pass wild now, greater later. Live the life of your design so you can have a good time for the rest of your lifetime. Live the life of his design so your life will be divine for the rest of your lifetime. I love y'all. Signing out. Peace.